Finally get paid for the get down. You can't tell me now about time. Do you know how many lines I done hit down? Vibes I done sent out, but we ain't here to dig. I'll up the market till they come red carpet and kids. Success still the target, soon I'll be crossing that bridge. But can't bring everybody with me, family only. I got some people think I owe a favor, barely know me. That's why my focus on the road, it's all I know. I see them sticking close to play the wall and watch my growth, cause I got something they never had. So get on the beat and I need a helipad. I float, I'm fly, you know where I'm from, so it comes as no surprise. I the South with a mean vernacular, dream spectacular. I keep a queen and passenger, FL capital Y. Anywhere I am, jam, that's for sure. Turn me on, better set the mood from the down by time. Do you know how many lines I done hit down? Vibes I done sent out, but we ain't here to dig. I'll up the market till they come red carpet and kids. Success still the target, soon I'll be crossing that bridge. But can't bring everybody with me, family only. I got some people think I owe a favor, barely know me. That's why my focus on the road, it's all I know. I see them sticking close to play the wall and watch my growth, cause I got something they never had. So get on the beat and I need a helipad. I float, I'm fly, you know where I'm from, so it comes as no surprise. I the South with a mean vernacular, dream spectacular. I keep a queen and passenger, FL capital Y. Anywhere I am, jam, that's for sure. Turn me on, better set the mood from the door. That's just how it goes.
Glad I've been keeping it playing so long. Out here in this world, I feel it ain't a place that I could roam. But ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. It ain't nothing like you when I'm at home.
That's why I came out stepping. I can't be doing things regular for you. I want the magic to last. I know how time try and ruin things. They get repetitive, got you tempted to doing things. I can't get reckless without you, wouldn't be no music thing. Plus, remember, we made promises way back then, and I still owe that 5-bed house with 2-3 kids. We got a fairy tale plan that's gonna change up the order they sort the mail in. Plus, I know loyalty not as valued as what it was. We not influenced by what they do, cause it's only us. I still hear poetry when I'm looking into them eyes. I still get lost in the thought of you with so much to find. And yeah, you know you fine, but still I must remind that we can live this forever and feel this forever and never and never. And still that wouldn't leave me enough for time to tell you all the ways I feel. Why would I throw that away for thrills? Trying to play the field.
Glad I've been keeping it playing so long. Out here in this world, I feel it ain't a place that I could roam. But ain't nothing like you when I'm at home. It ain't nothing like you when I'm at home.
Yeah, talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. We don't give a that's what they don't understand.
Back again like flu season. I broke records while loose leafing. I'm coming down my roof, leaving. Don't give a I don't care. Did the by my lonesome. No wonder now I'm on one. No shortcuts on that long run. All I really want is my share. Get him, I got him, I told him it's nothing. In the discussion, all them feelings, I throw all my pain on percussion. It's disgusting. I hear them bragging about that they did, and it do not move me, not in the least. They ain't been dropping no seeds in the soil, but swear that you on my spot at the feast. I've been on go mode, showboat, rowboat, wave ride. Cool shorty, too naughty, pool party, wet for the face ride. Annie up, penny down, hand me down, thrift store, old drip. New money, too funny, old shorty, talk about old. I'm on they now, can't get a pass now. I'm a cash cow, keeping it brash now. It's trash now, I'ma spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the sky's the proof. You could just see in my eyes that there is no lies. I cannot disguise the truth. I've been duck dog, getting in my new merch, color duck sauce on the new couch with my Chucks on. Get the on with that hate. I'm big cool on the small chat, cause I know now that I'm all that. Got a hawk guy on the ball cat, get the out of my face.
Talking to my mirror like I love you so much. Curving on my critics like I heard you, so what? You can't kill my confidence, I think I'm the man. Tally all the I ever gave on my head. Lately I've been living like I can't take a loss. They ain't wanna help me, that's what made me a boss. You can't kill my
10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang. 10 toes down, I'ma ride with the gang. My whole life I've been doing my thing. Get that money, ain't no thing. Anything I do for the gang.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. So if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have in the land of PlayStation and Xbox. If that is something that intrigues you, then this is the place for you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. All right. So we do have some topics to go over and discuss. A lot of stuff to do with PlayStation. They just had another business meeting, and Mr. Herman Hulse, new appointed CEO, and Hideki Nishino, also co-CEO as well, two CEOs for PlayStation. They were going over a lot of the future plans and kind of going over some of the sales and how well the PS5 is doing and things of that nature. So we're going to be going over that. Obviously, Spider-Man 2, how that was performing in terms of copies sold, and Helldivers 2 as well, how that was doing. And just going over some of the plans and numbers and everything like that. Also, we're going to be talking about the state of play that is going down today. Now, my plan is for today's state of play is to stream that and combine the Silent Hill stream and that in one, because it's like very, very close in terms of timing. I believe it's going to be close to 40 minutes on the state of play. So yeah, because I think they said 30 plus minutes. So it's probably going to be close to like 38, 37 minutes on that one. And then we could lounge around and wait. Don't make sense to be doing two separate streams. So that's what it is. We're just going to do a combo there. So hope you guys appreciate the content. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. All right. So yeah, we're going to go over all this stuff. And I've said this yesterday. I see a lot of disappointment in the PlayStation community at this point, where a lot of people really want a PS5 showcase, and I understand it and I get that, but you do have to understand that Sony is holding off on the bigger stuff, right? They're holding off because they have the PS5 Pro and they want to save that for a later show, right? Which is apparently September. Tom Henderson has said that ever since last year, like September of last year, when Sony starts shipping out development kits, first party devs, they were the first ones to get them in September. And then after that, between January or February is when third-party developers started to get their hands on development kits of PS5 Pro. So with that being said, corroborated by the GameStop manager that I spoke with and everything, pretty much giving me all the bells and whistles on some of the plans for Sony with the PS5 Pro, price, and games. And I think specifically he talked about two games that was going to be running on PS5 Pro. One of them, I think he said, was like a smaller level type of game, and then the other one was like a AAA type of game. Now, interestingly, I think with Concord coming out this year, and this is just my opinion on this one, I think with Concord being a big AAA type of game, and one of the first FPS games that we have gotten, the first FPS shooter that we have gotten from Sony in like over 10 years at this point, because the last one was back in 2013 or something. No, is it 2013? Yeah, 2013. Good Lord. That's about 11 years now. So yeah, I think Concord should be one of those big pushes for Sony. When it comes to, the PS5 Pro. I mean, if you really want to really sell the PS5 Pro, and hopefully this game is actually really, really good, and hopefully we actually see it today. Obviously, we need to see that game today, and we definitely need a release date for it. Now, I think if Sony is really, really smart, strategically speaking, I think they should release this in November. alongside the PlayStation 5 Pro. That way you can check mark, okay, this is one of the games that we're going to be having launching alongside the PlayStation 5 Pro on top of the third-party games as well. That is just my opinion on this. I think that they should do that just to kind of help sell this PS5 Pro. Obviously, they do have some other games that is going to come out this year that they're going to be showing off, which is fine, which is cool. But hear me on this one. If the Astrobot game, which Jeff Grubb has been right on the money when it comes to PlayStation leaks and events and things of that nature, I honestly do think that Astrobot game should be one of those launch titles for the PS5 Pro as well, right? Enhanced for PS5 Pro, and that would definitely help. I'm just speaking from my perspective on what I would do if I was Sony. Use that Astrobot game that way, because people complaining already saying that there's no games and blah, blah, blah. How are you going to launch a PS5 Pro with no games? Use that Astrobot game, use that Concord game, and use that to propel the sales of the PS5 Pro on top of maybe a new IP. Maybe I'm expecting maybe one new IP this year or maybe two IP this year. I mean, I don't know at this point, but you need to have some significant releases for that PS5 Pro. Considering it's probably going to be more expensive than the base PS5, I just don't see it being the same price as the base PS5. So with that being said, with the way how things are going right now, obviously, congratulations to Sony. The PS5 is the most successful console to date for them. PS5 is doing well for them right now, which is really, really good. But I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be launching a product that is $100 more or $50, however, how much more it's going to be, you got to convince people to buy, because a lot of people are still on PlayStation 4 right now. And you got a lot of convincing to do. So I feel like they could just spread out the content and use this year to be a solid year for them to push the PS5 Pro going into next year, because that's when things for the PlayStation 5 will start kicking into high gear. I'm talking about 220 on the dash, full throttle on the gas. A lot of games are getting released next year for Sony. That's when things are going to really turn up in year 5 for PlayStation, is with those bigger releases. So we'll see. On top of that, too, I really want to highlight a couple of other things, because Spider-Man DLC, we're going to talk about that whole leak segment once we actually get to that. But Spider-Man DLC, I think that also could be a PS5 Pro selling point as well. I'm just saying, if I was Sony right now, being that developers had their hands on the development kit of the PS5 Pro September of last year, if they review the PS5 Pro September of this year, that's 1 year of development time. So that's enough time, a decent amount of time for them to polish and get everything good. So I'm just saying, that will be a surprise if we do get Spider-Man 2 DLC. I just don't see it happening this year. But if it does drop this year, that will be huge, because if you have PS5 Pro all over that, people are going to buy that. Be smart, Sony. I know you're smart. Be smart with it, because people are already saying, oh, ain't going to be no games for PS5 Pro. I'm just saying, use the existing developed games that you currently do have for the base PS5 and use that to push. Use it to push the PS5 Pro. I can't stress it enough on this one, because not to say that the PS5 Pro is going to be hard to sell. I mean, PlayStation enthusiasts, people who want more power, is going to buy the PS5 Pro. All right. It's more of like a semi-niche type of machine, where for the average person that, don't really care for FPS is probably not going to really care for a PS5 Pro. Whereas the more hardcore of fan bases that really just want the most frames, the best resolution possible, similar to what PC gives us, right? The highest resolution possible, meeting the highest amount of frames possible, and things of that nature. So I'm just saying they have a lot of work to do and a lot of convincing to do in that arena. But nevertheless, we will see what they actually do. But yes, according to Tom Henderson, actually yesterday he was responding to someone. The person asked the question of, hey, when is the next PlayStation console coming out? You know, like the next iteration of PS5, which is PS5 Pro. And he said September. They're going to reveal it in September. And basically the date for PS5 Pro was already leaked already, which is going to be what, November, right? I mean, it was the same thing with the PS4 Pro. If I remember correctly, it was what, September? It got revealed. Was it September of 2016? And then got released in November, right? 2 months after. So I'm just saying, if they follow that same blueprint, which that's probably the same thing they're going to be doing with the PS5 Pro here. So just wanted to highlight those things because that's very, very important as well. So there's that one. We're going to go over this entire stuff here, guys. Do me a favor. If you just now coming into the show, please hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel, and hit the like button. Go crazy with the likes because it definitely does power the streams and help us to continue to do what we do here. So welcome aboard to everybody that's here right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go and get started here. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is the state of play, right? Obviously, Sony said in yesterday's blog post, which let me put a timestamp on this for my rewatchers because you're the people that I do these timestamps for. So thank you guys for the support, and let's go ahead and let's get right into the news. Let's stop wasting time. So Sony said yesterday via a PlayStation blog post that we're going to be seeing 14 games split between PS5 and PSVR 2. So let's break this thing down. They also did say that PlayStation Studios games, first party updates on first party studio PlayStation games. So we're going to be getting some sort of update on that as well. First party games, which is great, right? Obviously, it's going to be sprinkled in there with indie stuff, PSVR 2 stuff, PS5 stuff, and then that's it. Don't go in. I'm telling you, prepare for disappointment today. For those of you who are tuning into this state of play thinking you're going to get the world, it is not going to happen. I've already said that. Lower expectations and calm down because it's for the next 6 months. That is it. They specifically said for the rest of this year. So that simply means that that's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get for the next 6 months. Similar to what Nintendo usually do with their directs. They always try to give you a heads up on what you can expect so that people don't have these high expectations and then all of a sudden, you know, you're super disappointed and everything like that for the next 6 months. That is all you're going to get. All right. So let's dig into the first topic here. And this is coming from Insider Gaming. It's shout out to insidergaming.com. This is from my man Tom Henderson. Let's go over this and let's discuss this. So it says right here that PlayStation State of Play games list has seemingly been leaked. All right. As you guys may know, the same thing that happened to GTA 6, right? With the trailer and stuff like that. Whenever there's something archive on YouTube, there is a way for them to somehow data mine the video or something like that and figure out what's going to be shown. Same thing with GTA 6, same thing with every other thing else. Whenever something is getting ready to be premiered, it is possible that people can find ways to data mine that particular video and know what's being shown in there. But we're going to take this with a huge grain of salt until, you know, we get the state of play today. But judging from the list of this I've seen on social media right now, people are not happy with this. People are like, oh, this is a massive L. It's a state of play. The last one that we got in January was good. It was a good state of play. But this one, who knows what's going to happen. But I told you guys, lower your expectations. So according to Nick, this is coming from Special Nick out on Twitter, which have gotten some things right in the past. According to Nick, here are 8 games that will be shown. So 8 games apparently is shown off here via this leak. So where winds meet, that's the first game. Until Dawn, which we were hearing about an Until Dawn remaster or whatever the case may be. So that's second. Astrobot. All right. We've been hearing about that from Jeff Grubb that, you know, Team Asobi is going to be having a new Astrobot game. So that's 3. Monster a Monster Hunter Wilds. So Monster Hunter Wilds, that is the fourth game. God of War Ragnarok PC, which we have heard from Bill Kuhn from Deal Labs that, God of War Ragnarok PC announcement is going to be imminent at this point. So there's that one. I mean, that comes as no surprise to me. I mean, Sony is going to continue to roll out more and more PC games and things of that nature, more PC ports. Concord is the next game on the list, which I've already made a list of predictions yesterday, and we kind of went over that into that particular stream. But Concord is the next game on the list here, and Aliens VR. So there you guys go. So that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then down at the bottom, in addition to Nick's status, another supposed leaker has also filed in gaps with the other 7 games that will be shown, which include Marvel Rivals console port announcement. I can't say I'm excited for that at all. A new Five Nights at Freddy's game, a new Dynasty Warriors game, Path of Exile 2, Silent Hill 2 Remake, Phantom Blade Zero. Stop right there. Phantom Blade Zero better be there. It's a partner game for PlayStation, and I'm hoping that they can shadow drop. They need to shadow drop something today. Okay, they need to. It's too dry right now on the PlayStation side of things, and people want something to play. Right, so I feel like Phantom Blade Zero is probably going to come out later on this year, maybe like September, October, something along those lines. I feel like this is a moment for them to drop a demo today. Okay, silent drop a demo or something like that. Silent drop something. But yeah, they have Phantom Blade Zero, so that's like a safe bet at this point. I think we're going to see Phantom Blade Zero here, a new game from the Middle East. Okay, so I'm guessing that could be a new IP and things of that nature. Plus, Sony have a lot of different partners and things of that nature, like the India project and so on and so forth, and tons of other partners and things of that nature. So we can expect to see whatever this game is, if it does even get shown or if it is a thing, we will see. So one new game. But hey, one is better than none at all, right? But yeah, let me know what you think about this list. I mean, all this stuff sounds like a safe bet of what is in the realm of being there, right? So yeah, no Spider-Man 2 DLC, as you guys see here. So I know some of y'all probably talking about Spider-Man 2 DLC and this and that. I've seen some wild predictions. Like, I'm like, is these people trying to set themselves up for failure? Like, like y'all honestly think Sony's fixing to come out here swinging and showing a bunch of all this stuff? People talk about Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Tsushima 2. I'm like, you guys are out of your minds. That is not going to happen, okay? If you think you're going to come in here and get Ghost 2, Death Stranding 2, Wolverine. I seen people talking about making videos saying Wolverine, and that not happening. This is not a showcase. Okay, so you are setting yourself up for failure, and you are leading your audience to a mindset that it ain't gonna be looking too good, because you're pumping up your audience to think, oh yeah, Wolverine, it's gonna be there. It is not gonna be there at all. Ghost of Tsushima 2, not going to be there. Death Stranding 2, not going to be there at all. Sony Ben's next game, not going to be there at all. Naughty Dog's next game, stop. It is so annoying. Stop leading on this nonsense. It's not going to happen. Let's be realistic here. They're not going to, all them big studios, you know what I mean, that y'all think that they're going to be showing off these games, it ain't happening. Okay, you're gonna have to wait till September or whatever the case may be, because it's not going down this time around. Okay, this is a state of play. Okay, state of play, or what PlayStation fans call a mid showcase. All right, a mid sort of showing, and a mid event. All right, you know what mid means? Yeah, okay. Let's not break down what mid means. All right. So I don't know why people are over here overhyping this up. All you're going to do is piss yourself off even more. Like, I don't know what joy and pleasure do you get out of pissing your own self off. And not only that too, it's like, I think what it is that people are wanting something significant, because the last showcase that we got was very mediocre. And I honestly do feel like Sony wanted to call this a PS5 showcase, but then they probably thought about it and be like, yeah, let's not call this a showcase. Let's not call this a showcase, because if we call this a showcase, and obviously people are going to hype this up because, oh, it's a showcase. So I'm expecting Wolverine. I'm expecting Spider-Man 2 DLC. I'm expecting Venom, and that's not going to be the case. And you're going to be sadly disappointed. So, yeah, comes as no surprise to me at all. I mean, but hey, I digress. We will see in a few hours what Sony have in store for PlayStation fans for the rest of this year, man. I don't even know what else to say to you guys. But as for how things are performing for PS5 right now, it's looking good for Sony. Sony said they've already been happy with the way how the PS5 is progressing. And so hopefully whatever they show here for the next 6 months, I think is going to be vital for the console, because people who don't own a PlayStation 5, I think right now is going to be looking at the state of play, right? And don't care for the Pro. So let's see what they have for the next 6 months. 2024 has already been feeling like a little bit of a lukewarm type of year for a lot of people. So generally speaking, they're just kind of like on the fence at this point and wondering, I don't know what else to do here. Should I wait for a PS5 showcase? But no, if you wait for a PS5 showcase, all the games that are going to, even if Sony announce a PS5 showcase later this year, you're not going to be touching those games. Unfortunately, you're not. So this state of play, you should be tuning in and you should be watching, because this is going to be a significant look of what they got in the bag for the rest of this year. The PS5 showcase is going to be for 2025 and maybe 2026 games, right? And that's cool and all to see those type of games, but you ain't going to play them. You ain't going to be able to touch them. So I would, if I were you that is just not owning a PS5 and you're on the fence, pay attention to this stream today. And then from there, hopefully you can make a purchase decision. If you can't make a purchase decision based off of the games, then you're probably just going to have to skip this year and wait until next year when Sony have something more significant when it comes to their bigger franchises. Sorry, man, that's just the way it is. Also, just a little bit of wild card stuff before we get into this, which we're going to have a much more broader prediction stream leading up to the state of play. Also, maybe, we do have Until Dawn here. I didn't see a mention of the Lego game. That's something that I realized in terms of this leak. We don't have the Lego game. So maybe the Lego game is not happening in this showcase, because I think I read somewhere where they had the video ready and there was some kind of little bit of delays or something like that. So maybe they don't have the Horizon Lego game ready to go just yet, or who knows? Maybe they might surprise us and it's in there, and you guys might enjoy that and want that. And we still don't know who is developing that Horizon, Lego game, if it's Gorilla or if it's someone else. But Sony have a lot of studios, man, that are due. And people have to understand, too, that these studios that are working on the bigger stuff, they're not ready to show a lot of these games until they're closer to release, which Sony have already said this already, is, these games will be shown off when they're closer to release, when the developers are more confident. And I like that kind of strategy, because I feel like we've already been seeing the industry showing us games way before they're supposed to come out, and they don't look very well. They don't look good at all. And then people bash them for not looking good. And then it just damage and derails everything. So there is that one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the actual comment section. Hit the like button for me and let's share the stream out. Let's talk about this broad, overarching topic here when it comes to PlayStation plans, and obviously Sony talking about the plans of PlayStation moving forward. So Herman Hulse obviously was during the business meeting yesterday, and Nadeki Nishino, was there as well, talking about a lot of the plans, and talking about day one PC releases and things of that nature, which I think is pretty significant for a lot of people, because I think, which I've already said this before, but before me blabbing, let me go ahead and put a timestamp on this for the rewatchers out there. I respect you guys, the ones who go back and rewatch the streams. Those of you who can catch the stream live, I appreciate that. So thank you guys so much for the support. Hit the like button for me, guys. Share the stream out. Let's get right into the news, man. Okay. So before we get off into this, so we're going to do it pillar by pillar. All right. So the first one that we're going to go over is Herman Hulse discusses day one PC releases, live service games to launch simultaneously on PS5 and PC. Before we read into this, I've already said this ever since Jim Ryan made the announcement years ago about their major push for PC in terms of, simultaneously releasing their live service games on PC. And it's all about growth. A lot of these companies, all they care about is growth. Not only that too, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. Not on the cannibalization of things. Sony is not trying to cannibalize anything. What they're trying to do is see if they can get PC players to come over to PlayStation, which I've already said this. Nobody listens to me. Okay, maybe you might listen to Herman on this. I've already said that is their main goal. The PlayStation console will forever be their bread and butter. It's not the bread and butter for Xbox. All right. And it's a shame because Sony feels like they don't have any competition in the console space. It is just Sony and Nintendo. Hopefully Nintendo can come in and be a little bit more aggressive with the Switch 2 and give Sony some competition. And I do want Microsoft to actually do very well when it comes to their next Xbox showcase, because that will force Sony to actually do better with their showcase, right? But needless to say, their main goal when they release games on PC is to get people over into their ecosystem. Why do you think that they're slowly transitioning the PlayStation UI or the PlayStation ecosystem inside of the games, right? Starting off with Ghost of Tsushima, with the PlayStation overlay and things of that nature. You could see your friends list and things of that nature, trophies and all this type of stuff. They're slowly integrating the PlayStation UI into PC games. And the key reason for that is because they want you to get soaked in, baked in into the actual ecosystem at whatever the cost is. Same thing that they're doing with the movie adaptations and things of that nature is to get non-gamers, people who like to watch TV and love to watch TV and things of that nature, is to look at these video game adaptations and be like, oh, Last of Us, never heard of this game before, or never heard of this franchise before. Oh, shoot, let me go buy a PS5. Oh, shoot, let me go buy the game. Same thing, same tactics, same mechanics, same everything. Just got some muscle memory, you got exercises, okay? So hear me what I'm telling you. Smart business move. You don't have to agree with every single thing Microsoft does and Sony does. It's all business, okay? And I already told you guys from day one, these companies are in business to make money. They're not your friends to hold your hands, swing in, skip to the loop. That's just not how it's going to work. This is just the facts, all right? So let's go ahead and let's dig into stuff here. Let me go ahead and big this up on the screen. And then we're going to read over and discuss this, okay? All right, so as you can see here, Herman Hulse, who is soon to step in the role of co-CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment, has revealed that live service games from the format holder will launch day and date for PC and PS5. However, when it comes to PlayStation Studios' tentpole single-player franchises, the console manufacturer has slightly different strategy in mind, which I already told you guys this already, that they're going to be barely putting their feet into the water. Microsoft from the jump had already dived into the water, swim backwards, frontwards, whatever the case may be, and they're cool with it. Sony, when it comes to their single player games, they're just tipping their toes in the water and see, how what the reception that they get, from putting certain games on PC or whatever the case may be. Like certain games, like AA games and stuff like Stray, were kind of like exceptions and stuff. But in terms of doing day and date single player games, that's gonna be the last thing that they do, right? Obviously, the day and date in terms of live service will continue to be a thing. They'll be fools not to do that, because considering how well Helldivers 2 did for them, yeah, why not? That makes no sense, right? Yeah, are you crazy? Are you trying to miss out on your bag? 12 plus million copies sold. Are you crazy in your brains? You want to capitalize off of that. And I hope Concord can somehow replicate that. You see what I'm saying? So there is that one to keep in mind as well. But the console manufacturer has slightly different strategy in mind. Here's what Holst had to say on the matter. Quote, "Indeed, we are bringing our titles to the PC platform, and we have a dual approach," which we heard about that before, okay? On the live service side, we are releasing titles simultaneously, So day and date on PlayStation 5 and PC. But with our temple titles, our single player narrative driven titles that are, as you saw on the presentation, the backbone of what PlayStation Studios has delivered in recent years and our history, we take a more strategic approach and we introduce our great franchises to our new audiences. So let's stick a pen right there. Okay, so again, you have to understand that the single player games, which every PlayStation fan know this, every Xbox person that have a PlayStation, every gamer should notice that the single player games are the general push and focus of PlayStation, will forever be that way, and it will always be the backbone. Sony is in business to sell consoles, right? So they're going to do whatever they can to get you to buy their console. All right. Like I said, the single player stuff is one of the catch to get you to buy the console. Obviously, a lot more people buy their PlayStation consoles to play third-party games, right? That's a fact. More people buy consoles for third-party games and not so much of the single-player games. But the single-player games are generally the system seller for Sony. That's how they make their money. You see what I'm saying? You put out great exclusives, people will buy the console. Period. End of story. So there's that. Let's go ahead and let's finish into this one here. And then he said, and we are finding new audiences that are potentially going to be interested in playing, for example, sequels on PlayStation platform. We have high hopes. We are actually able to bring new players into PlayStation at large. The same goes for the work that we do with extending our great properties on other media, such as television series and film. For example, as you have seen with The Last of Us on HBO and Gran Turismo, the film, that brings in new players to our franchises as well. Stick a pen right there. That's the last part of what he said. Let's analyze that, okay? Which I've already said this already. Smart business move. You don't have to agree with it. Smart business move with the movie adaptations, your Uncharted, your Gran Turismo, Horizon, the God of War, all these TV shows, Twisted Metal, all this stuff is designed to reel new audiences into the PlayStation ecosystem, to buy into the games and buy into the services and sign up for PlayStation Plus and blah, 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 blah. That's essentially what that tactic is. And it's been working. If you guys have been paying attention, especially with the Last of Us TV show, now they're on season 2. They're currently filming that right now, and that is shaping up for 2025. That's going to move some units. Now, I don't know what Sony is going to do in between now and next year when it comes to Last of Us, right? Obviously, they have already exhausted Last of Us at this point. They have already re-released the remaster which that is obviously on sale right now with their days of play. Go take advantage of the days of play, by the way, guys, on Best Buy, things of that nature. They have tons of sales going on right now. Games, accessories, consoles, VR headsets. Go check all that stuff out if you haven't already. But let's dig into this a little bit further here. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Don't know what they're going to do in between now and next year when Last of Us Season 2 comes out. They're going to release something in between now and next year for Last of Us to kind of help propel the sales a little bit further. There's a Horizon. They have a Horizon TV show that they're working. I think that's going to be on Prime, and then they have something God of War related. So yeah, they're not going to slow down that stuff, okay? Now, with Horizon, there's tons of Horizon stuff. You have the Horizon Lego game. You have the Horizon multiplayer game. You have Horizon 3, which ain't coming out no time soon. There's tons of Horizon stuff to go alongside with that Horizon TV show or movie or whatever the heck they're working on there. So there's that, man. There's that. And remake, the Horizon Forbidden West remake. Listen, I've already said this, and I think the Nixie's employee have already said it. This year is going to be huge when it comes to PC releases from PlayStation. Lots of remakes, remasters, stuff that's going to piss you off. Again, it is what it is. This is what they're going to do to make their money at the end of the day. So all you think you could do is vote with your wallet. All right, so we finished talking about the day and date PC stuff. Let's tie into the rest of the stuff, right? There's obviously other stuff here that we're going to be tying in. So Sony says that the PS5 is its most, I quote, most profitable generation to date. That is pretty significant, okay? So it just goes to show you that the PlayStation 5 console, shout outs to Jim Ryan. I know he's enjoying his rum and he's on the beach, maybe in Cancun, maybe in Morocco, maybe in Brazil. I don't know where the heck he is right now, but I know that he's enjoying himself right now and enjoying his retirement. I mean, Jim Ryan was responsible for the success of the PlayStation 5, the launch of the PlayStation 5, and it is not slowing down. I mean, Sony is printing money at this point when it comes to the PS5. So let's go over this business segment of Sony's meeting and things of that nature. So during Sony's recent business segment meeting and investor presentation regarding its game and network services, the PlayStation company revealed that PlayStation 5 is the company's most, I quote, most profitable generation to date, end quote. It's the top slide of the presentation showing that in the first 4 years, listen guys, the first 4 years, the PS5 generation has already hit 100, let that sink in, $106 billion in sales. Wow. That is a lot of money. $106 billion. Man, Sony is swimming in, oh boy, that pandemic money, that scalper money, all that money at the end of the day goes back to Sony. That scalper money during the pandemic. I don't even know if you guys remember how many PS5s were selling 4 years ago. Wow. I mean, you couldn't find. I was one of the Fort Runners that was streaming day one and helping a lot of you dudes that are up in here right now to get PS5s. And boy, it was tough pickings because them scalpers were buying up the PS5s by a truckload, 2-3 truckload. Their whole entire house is filled up with PS5s and just dishing them out at $1,500 to $2,000 a pop. Not surprised here. 106 billion in sales, having almost caught up to the PS4's total of 1.7 billion. Holy freaking cow. That is crazy. That is really significant. Like, it's almost catching up to the PS4, man. $106 billion. Wow, man. Yeah, Sony is doing great when it comes to the PS5. Operating income for the PS5 generation has already surpassed that of the PS4. You guys hearing that? Having now reached $10 billion. Whoa. Whoa, man. Whoa, that's Man, I wish some of that money was coming in my pocket right now, boy. I will set my entire generation, 10 generations after. Just give me that $10 billion. And yeah, man, I would turn that 10 billion into $100 billion real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Wow, that is insane. So I'm going to read that last sentence again. Operating income for the PS5 generation has already surpassed that of the PS4, having now reached $10 billion. God, man. I'm telling you guys, look at this growth, man. Look at this. Let me pull this up on stream. You guys think this is a joke. This is no joke. Look at this. Look at that chart right there, man. Wow, man. This is crazy. 106 billion. 106 billion, right? And then $10 billion in terms of the operating income. Man, that is freaking insane. So we had to show this slide off for you guys so y'all can actually see here. And later in the presentation, PlayStation also boosts it sees 118 million monthly active users, which we've already learned this already. That's why I had to stop there. So 118 million active users on its platform across 9,000 games have released on PS5 and PS4 from more than 2,000 publishers. So that is crazy. All right. That is crazy, man. So there it is, man. Just had to go over this so you guys can actually see, wow, man. Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. Crazy. Also, PS5 tops console sales charts in revenue and units sold in US for April 2024. So that is pretty significant here, right? So this is coming from Circana. Sales numbers of game and console sales in the US for April 2024 are now available from Circana's exec Matt Piscella, which again shows PlayStation 5 sitting at the top of console sales charts, this time both in revenue and units sold. Okay. So both in revenue and units sold. It says following behind the PS5 was the Nintendo Switch, with Series X and S consoles arriving in third for units sold placement. That feels like it remains stagnant. All right. Now, being stagnant, there's no growth right now with the Xbox consoles and selling and things of that nature. But until new hardware from any of the three platforms are on the scene. So yeah, there's that one there, guys. It says a win for Xbox, though, in that it came second in regards to revenue, with Nintendo Switch coming in third. Obviously, the Switch is on its last leg. So most people are just, they know the Switch 2 is coming. So they're just waiting on the Switch 2 and things of that nature. Also, with PlayStation sitting at the top of the charts for another month in 2024, it continues to be the market leader for 2024. Earlier this month, Sony revealed that the PS5 had hit 59.3 million units shipped worldwide, a huge milestone for console to hit months ahead of the 4-year anniversary. So yeah, that is bananas. Okay, that is really bananas. Also, I wanted to highlight a couple of things. Now, this is coming from my man Next Gen. Let me big this up as well so we can talk about this. This is all in the realm of their plans and sales and how things are performing. PS5 users are buying less games versus PS4. So you always want to pay attention to this. So PS5 users are buying less games versus PS4, with PS5 game sales down 12%. Are you guys hearing that? However, PS5 users are spending significantly more on DLC microtransactions, which is up 176%. Let that sink in. People are buying less games on PS5. $70 games, right? I've said this before and I'll say it again. this is something that I feel like a lot of people should pay attention to, because remember, at the beginning of this generation, a lot of people were complaining about $70 games. And then Jim Ryan was trying to justify, people spending, $70 for these games and things of that nature.
Just remember that PlayStation is #1 now and forever heart.
Thank you so much for getting yourself on the board. Top stream donator, my man, Ninja. God bless. Thank you for the 5, man. God bless you, my brother. Yeah, so, people are buying less games. That's no surprise to me. That comes, I don't know if it comes as a surprise to you, but it comes as no surprise to me because, yeah, games are expensive now, man. And some people can't afford $70. I know, Marlon, it's just $10. Well, a lot of people can't afford that much money, bro. $10 is a lot of money for some people. Some people don't have it like that. Some people are not rich like some of you guys. So I understand that. But DLC and microtransactions is higher, obviously, on PS5 and up by 176%. Service revenue also up by 57%, indicating that the new PS Plus tiers are a success. So, as I can show you guys really quickly the slide here, so you guys can actually see. I can big this up on screen for y'all. So there it is right there. Stronger life to date spend. All right. Higher life to date LTD spend from PS5 versus PS4. So as you guys can see, the growth right there on the right hand side, $731 versus $580. Obviously, that's mixed in with peripherals, service, content add-on, and content full game. Okay, so as you can kind of see there, so you can have a bright idea of how things are actually scaling there. So that's kind of interesting, guys, because I know this generation, people are complaining about microtransactions and stuff like that, especially with a lot of these live service games with these microtransactions and everything. It's crazy, right? It's definitely crazy. So yeah, something else that's interesting too as well. Helldivers 2 has officially joined the PlayStation Mount Rushmore Hall of Fame. So are you surprised? Are you surprised about this? No, I'm definitely not surprised because yeah, this should come as no surprise to a lot of you guys. Helldivers 2 is a money maker for Sony right now. It's printing a lot of money. So let's take a look at this here. So empowered, let me put myself down here. Put yourself down here, Marlon. All right, boom, there we go. So as you guys can see, empowered by PlayStation Studios. And as you guys can see, all the iconic characters for, each game and stuff. And you can see the Helldiver man right there. Yeah, democracy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there he is right there. So yeah, you got your Helldiver soldier there. And then obviously, you got all your other ones. So world-class franchises, rich narrative experiences, growing live service capabilities on console and beyond. So all their mega franchises, they're lined up. So there you guys go, man. Salute to my Helldivers out there, man. My Helldiver soldiers out there that's on the battlefield still right now. This is definitely fire that, Sony is highlighting, Helldivers as one of their bigger franchises or bigger PlayStation Studios franchises, which I do think that they should go ahead and get Arrowhead at this point in time, but we'll see, what happens and everything like that. All right, so we covered that one there. Okay, let's get right down to business for you guys. So we're not done yet. Ooh, we're going to talk about this afterwards. Okay, so listen to this part right here. Okay, it says PS5 sales are trending 8% ahead of PS4. Are y'all hearing this? This is coming from my man Hunter as well. Listen to this. PS5 sales are trending 8% ahead of PS4, while Xbox Series is trailing Xbox One by 13% and remains slightly behind the Xbox 360. Microsoft Microsoft, y'all got a lot of work to do. Y'all talking about huge technical leap forward with your next console. What? Are y'all hearing this? The Series consoles is trailing by 13% behind the Xbox One. That is not good. And then slightly behind 360. Oh my God, have mercy. They got a lot of work to do. This is why I say, wow, man. That is crazy.
That's so true. I spent more money on DLC or extra stuff. Like if the game is free, I am willing to spend more money in the game. I'm mostly playing Genshin.
See, there you go. So, I mean, numbers don't lie. That's why I said Microsoft, they have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of convincing to do to make people buy their console. Like you trailing behind the Xbox One by 13% and also behind the 360. Yeah. And you talking about in the next 2 years, you're going to come out with another. My whole thing is this. If Microsoft is going to be in the console space, come on, man. Show some significant push. Show that you care about the console space. Compete. If you're in, how many of you guys agree with me? If you're going to be in the console space, compete and act like you want to be in the console space. Don't sit here and be nonchalant about it and just exist just to exist. No, you need to care. You need to. How many of you guys agree? Maybe some of y'all don't, but that's just how. Don't have one foot in and one foot out. Don't just exist because you're $1 trillion company. No, you have to care. No, you need to push these consoles, man. I'm so sick and tired of it. What's the whole point of you throwing money away, R&D, and these consoles take a lot of money to R&D. What the heck are you smoking and drinking, Microsoft? You need to step it up. So you're going to come out with a whole nother console generation and people are still not going to buy it as much as Series console. When is this going to end? When are you going to stop taking L's in terms of selling consoles? You're in business to sell consoles too, right? That's why you keep making them. Yes, I know that it's not a significant thing for you because the biggest thing and the biggest reason why you bought Activision Blizzard King is because of the mobile space. All right. So let's not kid ourselves here. We're not stupid. Okay. But at the same time, you need to care. You need to care. You're wasting R&D and development. You're wasting money with engineers to engineer these consoles. And then when they do come out, nobody freaking buys them because, oh yeah, whatever. You know, all this power talk and then nothing behind it. You see, which I've said this before and everybody gets mad at me, but it's the truth. You see that I foretold you guys that a lot of these games that are being released at 30 frames on Series X can do 60 FPS, no problem. So these companies are coming out lying to you guys, or these developers are coming out lying to you guys. Oh, we can only achieve 30 FPS. And then months later, 6 months later, 8 months later, oh, here goes your 60 FPS. It's like, really? You see what I'm saying? On the world's most powerful freaking console. It's like, really? So it's just like, if you're going, and they're still doing the same thing. If you're selling people on, oh, we're going to have the most powerful freaking console and it's going to be a huge technical leap. It's almost as if like Microsoft is going to be repeating history all over again. You didn't learn from the Series X, touting about the beasts and the X and all this type of stuff. You didn't learn from your mistake from 4 years ago. And then now you're going to come out with another huge technical leap again. And you're not going to push the box, which in Sarah Bond's credit, she did say that they're going to push the games as well. So we will see. Because that's the only common logical sense I can make out of it is like, bro, if you're going to be pushing the huge technical leap talk, push the console too. Push the games too. That's all people want. Maximize. We know the Series X can do better than what it's been doing. Come on, man. Stop the cap. You know what I mean? I'm so sick of the excuses. And because of those excuses and because of them just being nonchalant and things of that nature, well, those are the nonchalant results that you're going to freaking get. So let's go ahead here and let's dial into some couple of other things that I wanted to highlight. Stellar Blade was April's #1 best-selling game in the USA, Circana. Helldivers 2 was the second bestseller. So, man, Stellar Blade, I think from what I heard from the developer, the head honcho over there, he said that they already made their money back on Stellar Blade. They already sold enough So expect a sequel in the future, right? Because essentially that's what they had said at first. So congratulations to Shift Up on that one. Also, PlayStation Portal was the best-selling accessory in dollar sales for both April and 2024 year to date, say Circana. Whoa. See? So I think Sony used the PlayStation Portal as bait. So guys, if this is anything to go off of significantly, we've been hearing rumors and things of that nature of Sony coming out with another handheld console. Maybe look at this. I mean, yeah, the PS Portal is selling like crazy right now. And this should send a signal to Sony. Maybe we need to come out with another handheld console and, price it as cheaply as we did with the Portal. People like cheap. You see what I'm saying? But you have to find that happy medium between affordability and value and quality, right? And I think that's where a lot of these companies struggle and things of that nature. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. What do you guys think about all of this stuff? Because yeah, this is a pretty significant change here for Sony in terms of the handheld space. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's shift a little bit of gears here and let's talk about how stuff is actually progressing in terms of numbers and sales and things of that nature. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the show. We cover PlayStation, we cover Xbox, we cover PC. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like button for me. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. Spider-Man 2, the game that everybody loves to hate. And this is good. This is solid news for Spider-Man 2. So this is obviously from their business meeting segment and things of that nature. So Helldivers 2 did 12 plus million copies sold for Helldivers 2. And for Spider-Man 2, 11 plus million. Congratulations. That's a massive success. Anything that gets over 10 million copies, that's a huge W. That's a huge W. So yeah, 11 plus million. So yeah, with the DLC announcement or reveal or something like that, yeah, it's probably gonna sell a little bit more and things of that nature. I definitely do expect that to go up in numbers, probably like 13 million, 14. Probably like 15 million when it runs its course, when it's all said and done. And then obviously when they put it on PC, it's going to even do more numbers as well once that announcement comes to PC. So, yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section on that one. 11 plus million units. And let me see here. Let me see if we tied everything in. Yes, I think we did. Let me do a refresher here. Let's see what we have. This comes as no surprise, man. This comes as no surprise. Let's see here. Oh, another thing I wanted to highlight. This is coming from my man Shinobi602. PlayStation has made significant progress integrating Bungie into the company. Thank you. Because I was starting to think that Bungie was just like, yeah, useless. We're not gonna see Marathon. We're not gonna see Marathon. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. Probably not until the next PS5 showcase. That's probably when we're gonna see Marathon. We're not gonna see Marathon today. But that's yay. I'm actually happy about that because I actually felt like, Bungie was just a waste of money. Waste of $3.5 billion. And so this is good news that, Sony had found a way to integrate Bungie into the company, benefiting from technical expertise. Now, one of the downsides I would say to Bungie, I just, you know what? I'm holding Bungie accountable for this. Obviously, it was Sony's decision anyway, but I just felt like, man, if it wasn't for Bungie and their big mouth, we could have gotten factions too. You see what I'm saying? Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell on all. I felt like because of Bungie and their big mouth, we didn't get factions too. And I'm pissed. I'm still pissed about that because I felt like the splash that Helldivers 2 had for PlayStation in terms of sales and success. I felt like, Factions 2 could have had that big splash as well. But no, Bungie had to open up their big freaking mouth. They had to open up their big mouth and talk about, it's not, it's just, it's not live service enough. Really, Bungie? You should have shut your mouth. But you know what? It all trickles back down to Jim Ryan. You know what I'm saying? It all trickles back down to Jim Ryan because Jim Ryan was the one that was sitting there. Oh, yeah. Oh, we need to push live service. We need to do a better job and push live service a little bit more. More live service games. I don't care if sales are going to go down. I don't care if development costs is going to be sky high. This is what we got the investors for here. I'm just saying. Jim starting that train. We obviously had rumors saying that a lot of Sony first party studios, y'all laughing. I love seeing them laughing emotes in the chat, man. Laughing at my corny jokes. Yeah, I like to see you guys laugh because who knows what you guys are going through. But it's Jim. Jim is the one that started this mess. All this live service push. These games are ballooning into ridiculous amount of money to make. Spider-Man 2 over 300 million. God of War over 200 million. Horizon over 200 million. I mean, these games are sky high in terms of development costs. And it's Jim. Jim spending all this doggone money and pushing live service. But we also heard from studios like, Sony first party studios that they weren't in agreement with all this live service push because a lot of Sony first party studios, they specializes into, single player games and single player games only. They're not really known for multiplayer stuff like that. Obviously, Sony have certain studios or whatever the case may be, crank out, whatever multiplayer game like, Killzone or whatever the case may be. But, all this live service push and everything like that. So it's just crazy. So Jim, I feel like if Jim would have shut his English mouth, then maybe we wouldn't have. We could have had Factions too, but no, he had to get up on the investors. Oh, we need to push live service here. We need a major push, from now until 2026. Come on, Herman. Come on, Herman. We need to push live service. I don't care how we do it. We don't have the budget. We don't have the money. I don't care where we need to get the money from. We need to push live service, even if it destroys our first party studios. So I'm telling you guys, man. So it's a trickle effect because it's a trickle effect, of the decisions of Jim Ryan. Like I said before, live service games cost a lot of money too, right? They cost a lot of money too, and people don't realize that you got to maintain that live service games, with content. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta maintain the live service game. It ain't for free. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta keep people intrigued to come back to the live service. And I guess Jim didn't understand that. Shout out to Jim Ryan, but I guess he didn't understand that at the time. That's why Hiroki Toki came in and be like, what the heck? What the heck are we doing here? We spending money we don't have. You know what I'm saying? Games are ballooning into ridiculous amount of money to make. You know what I'm saying? That's why we just got hit with all these layoffs, studio closures and stuff because studios ain't pulling their weight. You know what I mean? Man, it's just like I really hope that Herman can come in here and really make a change because I think the pressure is on Herman right now. I don't even know if you guys realize that, but the pressure is on Herman. You see what I'm saying? Because he's over the entire gaming segment. You know what I mean? He's over the worldwide studios, all of Sony studios. And then he's on the other business side of things as well when it comes to the games and the movie adaptation. He's over all the game stuff. You know what I mean? So I can just imagine the pressure. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I can see why, Sony went with that 2 CEOs type of thing, because it's a 2-person job. And Jim is already old. Jim is an old guy. Jim was over there doing a 2-person job. Poor Jim, he couldn't keep up with all them private jet flights. He'd be like, oh, pour me champagne. Oh, butler, come over here. Pour me some more champagne. My legs is hurting here. My arthritis is kicking my butt here. I cannot get out of planes often as much as I can when I was in my 20s. So it's getting extremely hard here for me to get out of planes. This is a 2-person job, but I went to school to be a business major. I'm just saying, 2-person job Jim was doing. And, them having the 2 CEOs, hopefully we can kind of add a little bit of balance or something like that to the flow of things. But we'll see. We'll see what Herman does. We'll see what actually happens, and we'll go from there. So we're in the Q&A portion of the show right now. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, feel free to fire away. It's 12:04 Eastern, 12:04 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So we're in the Q&A. All right, we're in the Q&A portion right now. We are so close to the state of play. We're not that far off from today's state of play. So come in with your questions. Come in with your questions and tag me. Are you guys hyped for today's state of play? I would suggest you not to be hype at all. I would suggest you to just go into this with a low mindset. Go into this with a low mindset. Go into this with a bunch of salt. Okay. And so how do you guys feel about everything that we covered today? Sony revealing their plans. PS5 is obviously doing well for them. They talk about day and date games, day one on PC stuff. Pretty much going to continue to do what they do in that regard. The games that were leaked today, for the state of play and stuff. What do you guys think about all that stuff? Hit that like button for me, guys. Share the stream out. Subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button if you're brand new. Super chats are welcome if you do have any thoughts, any opinions. Everything is optional as well. Appreciate you guys. Let's get into the Q&A, man. It says, I'm more hyped for an Xbox showcase. Hey, there you go. I feel you. I feel you 100%. I can't lie on that. Most definitely. I told you state of play is going to be weak. Hey, man. State of plays are a hit or miss, man. State of plays are a hit or miss. So there you go. State of plays are a hit or miss. Sometimes they can come out good. Sometimes they can come out very bad. But I do want to highlight something as well, because the state of play, apparently it seemed like they're changing the format of the state of play as well. If you look at the artwork and stuff like that for the state of play, it seems like they are changing that up. It says, since the Series S had a faster CPU than PS5, said, do you think people will buy the cheapest version of a console to play GTA 5? You mean GTA 6? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. And that will be good for Microsoft. So it's possible. Concord, yes. I want to see Concord. And I'm really hoping that Concord is fire, bro. I'm really hoping that Concord is fire, because if it ain't fire, we got problems. We got problems. And Sony knows that they got to deliver the goods on Concord. Like, they have to deliver the goods. It can be trash. Concord cannot be trash at all. They have to deliver the goods. Thank you so much, Michael, for subscribing to the channel. Welcome aboard, my man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that notification bell on all to stay up to date. Everything PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Thank you so much, man. Welcome aboard. It says, what kind of game is Concord? I think it's a PvE or is it a PvP, guys? I think it's a PvP game. PvP game, first person, if I'm not mistaken. He said Concord is gonna flop. Mark my words. Oh man, I hope not for their sake. I hope not for their sake. It says anytime it's bad pony news, it bash Xbot time. Shaking my head, it never fails. I don't know, man. I'm not into the drama today, bro. Said people hating on Jim Ryan yet because of him. People have Helldivers too. Hey, it's a double-edged sword, man. Like I said, Jim has done some great things and he has done some bad things while he was there. Nobody's perfect. Yeah. So Marlon, how can you say PS is dry? Please explain. I'm talking in terms of announcements. In terms of announcements and games for people to play. I mean, what I mean, besides Stellar Blade, besides Concord, what else do we know about? Besides what was the other Astrobot, or that's not even announced, but besides Wolverine, what else? Phantom Blade, Concord and Phantom Blade for this year. We don't know anything else. Concord and Phantom Blade, we don't know anything else. We don't know nothing else. Nothing else. Concord and Phantom Blade, we don't know nothing else that's coming out. So that's what I'm saying. We are in the dark. We're in the dark right now when it comes to PlayStation. That's what I mean. There's no announcements, nothing. It says, give me Phantom Blade Zero. Hey, man, I want to see that Phantom Blade Zero today. Like I said early in the stream, they need to do a demo. They need to do a demo for that. They need to do a demo for that. It says PlayStation Venom game. Nah, we're not going to see no Venom game. That's PS5 showcase. Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2. Didn't they show that off? You mean... You talking about Metal Gear Solid Delta. I hope we see that. Did you show Herman an interview of him saying our single player games are not going to be? Yeah, I already talked about that. Y'all are focused too much on consoles like Sony is paying y'all. It's about the games. And as of right now, going forward, Xbox has the games. It says PS been dry, but it doesn't matter because they still selling consoles like crazy. That is true. That is true. What's up? What's up, Donnie? What's up? How you doing? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button for me and subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. It says, cannot wait for Black Myth Wukong and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It says, man said Concord gonna flop after seeing nothing. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping for the best for Concord, man. People are just negative. You know what I mean? People are just negative and like to, stir pots at the end of the day. We haven't seen anything on that game, and it's automatically going to be a flop. I don't know, man. I just don't know. That's people for you. Hot Shots Golf remake shown today. I don't care for that, to be honest with you guys. Pragmata, I would like to see that, but we're probably not going to see nothing on that. Maybe Summer Game Fest. It said, Marlon, I'm going for the 4090. The 5090 is going to be crazy expensive. At this late in the generation, I would wait to see the price of the 5090 first. That's just me. Of course, just like every graphics card when they first drop, especially the more powerful one. And really and truly, nobody needs, if you're a gamer, you don't need a 5090. You need a 5080 or a 5070. Remember years ago when it comes to the 30 series cards, a lot of people was flocking to the 3080 and not the 3090. You don't need 24 gigs of VRAM to play games. So I'm just saying, you need at least 16 minimum or 20 minimum. You don't need 24 gigs of VRAM, and even 20 is a overkill. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? He said 5090 is going to be over 2500, and people still going to buy it. People got money, bro. People still going to buy it anyway. So it don't even matter, Capono. People still gonna buy it anyway. People still gonna buy it anyway. So it don't matter, man. It don't matter. People still gonna buy it. It says Sony not gonna put effort into a showcase when they know people are gonna buy their console regardless. There you go. There you go. Hey, D-Boy, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. I got to get that train going. Back to back to back. What in the world? Oh, man. Wow. I was just about to say D-Boy is the top stream donator. And then D-Boy got edged out by Mark with a $40 donation. Wow. Look at God. Back to back to back. Thank you guys so much for you guys are the real MVP, the ones who go above and beyond to help out our show, to keep the lights on, to keep us pushing forward. Thank you so much, man. Especially Mark. You're an elite member now, Mark. You always come through. Mark, I need to make you a mod. Just so you have always contributed to our channel. You have always been positive, and basically the mods' jobs are to tell people to subscribe to the channel. Weed out all the spam comments and things of that nature.
Marion we ballin we getting G that 5090.
Wow. Wow. D-Boy. What? D-Boy's like, no, Mark. No, Mark. No, Mark. Wow. You guys are coming. Wow. Look at God. Look at God. Thank you, Jesus, for these awesome people. You guys did not have to do that. My man D-Boy with a $100.
As a VR fan, if they mention Astrobot with no VR support, this will be a kick in the teeth.
That is true.
The VR community knows Astro is important. Also, Aces of Thunder has been in final testing. If no mention, I'll consider it canceled.
Yeah. Shout outs to Mark. Yeah, they did highlight some PSVR 2 games. We covered that yesterday. I think Saints and Sinners was one of the ones that kind of intrigued me, Mark. But yeah, they're going to have some more PSVR 2 games. So yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. You said, as a VR fan, if they mention Astrobot with no VR support, this will be a kick in the teeth. The VR community knows Astro is important. Yeah.
Marion we ballin.
Man, yo, D-Boy at the #1 spot. Wow. I have not seen a red super chat in a while. Shout outs to D. Oh my God, have mercy. What is this? What is this? Oh my God. Wait. We got to get the train going. We got a tie. What's happening? Whoa. D-Boy, we got a tie, man. Bro, 100s? What am I missing here? 100s? 2 100s in one stream? What's happening? What's happening right now?
Marlon Homie said we be BAALLIN.
Bro, Alexis Cardoso with the 100. What? This is a crazy Thursday afternoon. Wow. I was not expecting any of this. Man, look at God today, man. This is insane, bro. Yeah, I'm hoping that Concord is significant, bro, because it has to be. Man, wait, hold up. So D-Boy is the top stream donator right now because D-Boy dropped $110. So D-Boy, you are #1 right now, sir. Enjoy the throne. Enjoy the throne because D-Boy is at 110. Alexis is at 100, and Mark with the 40. Shout outs, man. You guys are insane, guys. What is this? What is this? Oh my God. Don't say nobody dropped no $500. Please, I can't take it. My heart can't take it. We haven't gotten a $500 super chat in years. Don't pump up nobody to donate no $500. But D-Boy, shout outs to D-Boy with 110, followed by Alexis with man, you guys are so generous. Wow, man. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for the support, man. Man, we need the support, bro. We need the support. Especially this month has been very significantly slow, man. Thank you guys, man. Me and the wife, we appreciate y'all. Me and the MGN community, we appreciate you guys. The members, we appreciate you guys, man. I can't tell you guys how much we appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate that. Who is developing Concord? Firewalk. Firewalk is developing Concord. Drop 1K for this man. Oh man, bro, we haven't had $1,000 in a long time. Yo, I can't believe right now, Alexis and D-Boy. D-Boy is at the #1 spot right now with $110. Wow. D-Boy and Alexis, just because of that, man. Just because of that. Hold on.
John Ryan said, "No, don't get caught. Me money." Loudly crying Moneybag Miles Morales will save Herman this year with the spandex man dancing tears of joy hide the rolls Marlon it on the driveway pouting.
Yo, I can't with you boys, man. Y'all boys, y'all boys are insane. Yo, Alexis and D-Boy, that puts you guys at the #1 spot, okay? For this month, for this entire month, that puts you guys at the elite spot, okay? So I appreciate that, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Wow, D-Boy at the #1 spot. Where's D-Boy at in the chat? Shout out to D-Boy, man. Thank you so much for the support, bro. On a Thursday, man. On a Thursday. Yeah, you have, babes. You have. Yes, you have. So I guess that's a tie between you and D-Boy. I said, God got you today, Marlon. Hey, you see that? There you go. Oh, man, it must be because I'm wearing this hoodie today, man. This is one of my favorite hoodies to wear, man, because it is so true and so relevant to my life. Like, my whole entire life, I've been told that God got me, you know, my whole entire life. My pastor used to always remind me of that, and it's very relevant and significant to this day. So I do believe that wholeheartedly, man. He got me for sure. Backyard Boy says, I've already dropped 75, but it didn't come up on screen. This is some screwed up mess. You dropped 75. It should come up. It should come up. If you donate in the description of the stream, it will pop up. Or if you super chat or something, it will pop up just like everybody else. So I don't know what's going on there. Jose, what's up, man? How you doing? God bless you guys, man. God bless you guys. I can't stress how much it helps, man, to support the community, guys. It definitely helps out a lot. It helps me to continue to sit in this chair. And clearly you guys love the content. And that's why I always go above and beyond and push myself ever so much more to give you guys the news and to give you guys the reviews and to give you guys the content that you need. You know what I mean? That's why I always go above and beyond, because you guys always come through, man. And I appreciate every last one of you guys. Even if you don't donate and you're here and you hit the like button and you subscribe, that's much appreciated, because without that, there will be no streams. So thank you guys for the support. But yeah, Concord, get back on the conversation here. Concord better be significant today. I really want to see a game that fully utilizes the PlayStation 5. So Concord better utilize the console. I'm being so serious right now. I want to see this game running at least 120 frames. But that's probably not going to happen. 60 is fine. But I want to see this game really running and shining on the PlayStation 5. And, you know, gameplay is really, really smooth. Gameplay is really compelling. And keep just like Helldivers, you know, even though some people didn't care for Helldivers 2, but it still was a massive success, you know, for Sony. And I feel like they haven't dropped anything significant, guys, since Shadowfall in terms of first-person shooter. Let that sink in. And Shadowfall was a flop. So Sony, if you're watching this, Sony, you better make sure that Concord is not a flop like Killzone Shadowfall was, because that was a huge flop back in 2013. And a lot of PlayStation fans up in here can agree. I see the 100 spamming on the side right now. A lot of you guys can agree. Killzone Shadowfall was not it. It was not it. Yo, shout outs to my man Super Gaming with the 9 months. Thank you so much. Says let's go, fam, let's go. Thank you so much for being a member, man. I appreciate you. So something significant, man, that was released on this old machine here. I still got my PS4. My PS4 is still here. Man, this mug is still dusty and crusty. You know what I mean? Dusty, crusty PS4. It's still here. Still got that old crusty PS4. Look how dusty that mug is. This thing has been seeing better days. Launch PS4. Let me see in the hands. Let me see in the chat right now if you still got your launch PlayStation 4. This thing has seen better days and have seen better winters and summers. But yeah, this is the jet engine PS4, by the way. And I still have I still have my PS4. I still have my PS4 Pro, I should say. So I still have my PS4 Pro. I mean, look at this mug, man. Look how dusty and crusty this thing is. No matter how many times I've cleaned this thing, and it's still dusty and crusty. But yeah, still got my PS4, man. He said my PS4 bricked. Yo, hey, remember playing Last of Us? You remember playing the original Last of Us on PS4? And I think it was Last of Us Part 2. I think it was Last of Us Part 2 that really ramped up the fan inside of the base PS4. That made it sound like a jet engine. And I remember playing Last of Us 2 on my PS4 Pro. I still have my PS4 Pro, by the way, guys. I have a translucent PS4 Pro with the 2 terabyte hard drive. This is why I say, let me see in the chat. I'm gonna do a poll right quick. Let me do a poll right quick. Do you think, I guarantee you, y'all gonna agree with this. Do you think Sony should have 2 terabyte in PS5 Pro? No excuse. If it's a Pro machine, it needs to have 2 terabytes. I'm just saying, similar to what they did with the translucent. Oh yeah, and Uncharted 4, remember? The fans ramped up as well. With Uncharted 4, I remember the fans ramped up. The Order 1886. I know the PS4 so well. The Order 1886, the fans ramped up. Uncharted 4, when Uncharted 4 came out, the fans were rampant. I mean, the thing sounded like an old washing machine. Last of Us Part 1, the fans ramped up. Ghost of Tsushima, the fans ramped up. Last of Us Part 2, the fans ramped up. I'm telling you guys, Spider-Man, the fans ramped up as well. That's 6 friggin' games. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, if I remember, the fans ramped up as well. I'm telling you guys, like, man, you out of your freaking mind. I remember Ghost kicked that PS4's butt. I'm not joking. Like it was like ramping up. I mean, I was like, oh my God, bro. But, cleaning it out, over the years and stuff like that, and trying to keep it clean and stuff, but still, you know how it is with older consoles. 2 terabyte or nothing. 2 terabyte or nothing. They need to, if you're going to do a Pro console, you need to make sure that if you're going to do a Pro console, you need to make sure you have 2 terabyte. 2 terabytes or nothing. They already shortchanged us with 800 and something gigs. 800 and something gigs ain't nothing, right? Then they updated it to a terabyte, and then now you can max out your PS5 to 8 terabytes. Whippity-doo. But at the same time, I feel like with a Pro machine and with you charging more money, you need to do 2 terabytes. I don't give a doggone, what the excuse is. You need to have a 2 terabyte. You need to have 2 terabytes. Period. As a start, you need to have 2 terabytes. What's up, Louise? What's going on? They said 2 terabyte too much. Not, well, like I said, I feel like 2 terabytes should be a standard for Pro consoles. Period. End of story. Because these games, I understand that you can go out there, you can buy your own SSD. I understand that. And maybe, who knows, maybe Sony might sit there and be like, well, you know, they can upgrade their PS5s to 8 terabytes, so we don't care, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So Sony might not care. And just you say, I will say 4 terabyte. Nah. That price is gonna be ridiculous. Because all that's gonna do is jack up the price. You know what I mean, of the PS5 Pro. You do 4 terabytes, you ain't gonna be able to afford it. Because 4 terabytes for PC right now, I think I paid something like, for the Samsung 990 Pro, I think I paid something like almost, $300 and something for it. For 4 terabytes of SSD was like almost $400 with taxes. Just for the SSD alone. The Samsung 990 Pro. So I'm trying to tell you guys, SSD is not cheap. It is not cheap. So you do have to understand the significance of how pricey SSDs can be. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. They might not put 2 terabyte because it's more expensive, but Ninja says, I'll be willing to pay more for the Pro, but Sony don't want to go past $700. So I don't think 2 terabyte is realistic. That is true. That is true. Because if they do 2 terabyte, the price is probably going to be $700. And at that point, you're going way over even what the PS3 was. Because how much the PS3 was at launch? The PS3 was $600, give or take about $600. So, I mean, you know, there you go, about $600. You said them 990 Pros be failing too? Oh, really? I haven't heard any reports or anything like that on that, but how much was the PS3 again? I think it was $599 for the PS3, right? Oh, was it $699? Nah, it wasn't no $699 for PS. Yeah, it was $599 for the PS3. It was it was at $699 out the gate? Was it? I thought it was $599 for the PS3. If I remember correctly, I thought it was $599, but I don't even remember. I think it was $599. For the 80 gig. Oh, for the 80 gig, it was $599. That's why I said back then, that was expensive. Back then, that was expensive back then. So, I mean, I'm just saying, man, you know, like that's a lot. That's a significant amount of money, guys. That's a significant amount of money in today's time because, shoot, if people are already complaining about, you know, $500 on a console right now, you know, then you talking about $600 or $700 or something like that, then I don't even know. I use a 990. I have a 990 in my gaming PC. When I was building the PC on stream, I don't know if you guys remembered, but I put a 990 Pro inside of that PC. And so, yeah. It said the 990 Pro is very good SSD. Samsung fixed the issue with an update. Okay. Yeah, I don't have no problems with mines. I have no problems with mines.
Marlon just playing hope God bless you and everyone in the chat. Xbox fan or Sony fan in Jesus' name folded hands.
Yes, sir. God bless. God bless. Yes, sir. Anonymous. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much for the $10, man. God bless you, bro. I appreciate it. Definitely does help us out, man, to continue to grow. God bless, bro. Dragon King says, bro, if PS5 Pro doesn't have at least 2 terabyte built in, bro, or it's not worth getting a PS5 Pro because you can get the PS5 Slim with a 1 terabyte for way less, bro. Yeah, but you got to remember that the Pro machine, the PS5 Pro, is a more powerful machine, right? It's supposed to be, it's supposed to give you more frames or more stable frames and a more sharper resolution. Yes, share the same CPU, as the base PS5 with a higher frequency in terms of the clock speeds and stuff like that. But where the brunt of the power and capabilities are going to be is in the GPU segment, right? And so, yeah, it's a pro console. So, that's where I was coming from it. But they're probably gonna just do 1 terabyte. They're probably just gonna do 1 terabyte. And most people are not gonna buy the Pro. Most people are just gonna go with the PS5 Slim. You know what I mean? They're just gonna buy, especially now that it's on sale. Yeah, I think what's $50 off. You know, $50 off a PS5 right now. Most people are gonna go with that. They're gonna go with a base PS5. But I'm gonna say this: when GTA 6 comes out, oh my God. When GTA 6 comes out, guys, I can't stress it enough. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. When GTA 6 comes out, oh man, Sony gonna have that market cornered. Sony is going to print money. That's when the PS5 Pro is going to sell at a significant amount. I'm telling you, once we get into 2025, oh man, Sony's going to be hitting their strides in 2025 because all the bigger games are going to be releasing in 2025, 2026, and 2027. PS5 Pro is going to be flying off shelves like crazy because people are going to want the more powerful hardware for, GTA 6, right? So even though the CPU is the same, guys, you have to remember that, it's going to be, people are going to want the best of the best to play GTA 6 until it comes to PC. So I'm just saying, Sony got that market cornered because they're going to have the Pro and people are going to be like, oh, it's a Pro console. And if they market it right, if they literally market it right, then we'll see, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. It says, my neighbor called me this morning and said a youngin was in my car. I came outside with the hammer. Oh, man. Let 2 of those hot boys rip, but shortly got away. Oh, man. Madden, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I can't stand thieves, man. I can't stand thieves, bro. You work hard for your stuff, bro. You work hard for your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You work hard for your stuff, man. And sorry to hear that, man. I'm happy that all is well, though. You know what I mean? Sorry to hear that. I'm glad things didn't get ugly. Let's see. He said, bro, are you going to stream the state? Yeah, I am. I got you guys on lock, man. That's not starting until 5 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern. No, I'm sorry. 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. So we got plenty of time. Yes, that's today. 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. PS5 Pro will be sold for $1,500 by resellers. Probably more than that. 30 plus minutes, backyard boys. 30 plus minutes. So maybe 35, maybe 38. Under 40 minutes. Yeah, man. PS5 Pro, I'm telling you, them eBay boys. Yo, them eBay boys. Rich, what's up, bro? Them eBay boys, they're going to be capitalizing off that PS5 Pro, man. It's a darn shame, though, because, you're sitting here, you're saying to yourself, like, man, I'm going to want to get a Pro. And then it's like, here comes everybody else, grabbing the Pro and reselling it for a ridiculous amount of money. Unfortunately, guys, that's the nature of the beast. Them eBay boys are going to be, so y'all better be quick. I'm going to tell you all this right now. When the PS5 Pro gets announced and gets revealed to come out, you better be quick. You better find the best mouse that you can find, and you better be quick, or you better be able to tap your screen on your phone quick. You better be hitting F5 or refreshing your iPhone as quickly as possible, because once that PS5 Pro becomes in stock, I'm wondering how Sony is going to handle. They're probably going to handle it the same way how they handle the PS5 launch and stuff like that through PlayStation Direct. Like they're going to do it like where they make you wait like wait in queue or something like that, and then go from there or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see. They're probably gonna make you wait in queue. I said, watch how many people get the Pro for GTA. Oh man, I'm telling you, Sony's smart, bro. I'm telling you, that is going to be sold out. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, that PS5 Pro is going to be sold out. As soon as people see GTA 6 running on PS5 Pro, side by side with the base PS5, or Digital Foundry get their hands on it and put out their analysis, and people know that, hey, it runs better on the Pro, sold out. It's going to be impossible for you to get your hands on a Pro. I'm going to tell you that. That thing is going to be hot. It's going to be a hot commodity, bro. It's going to be, yeah. It's going to sell out like sliced bread for the first time. He said, bro, what time is the Silent Hill today? Silent Hill is going to be 7:30. Yeah, 7:30. I got you guys. I'm going to be doing the State of Play and the Silent Hill stream in one. So you're going to get a nice blend of the two. Just to kind of narrow down and trim down on how much content I have to pump out at the same time. You know what I mean? So I don't want to flood your sub boxes with, a bunch of freaking streams, 3 streams in one day. That's going to exhaust your sub box. So, just trim it down to 2 and call it a day. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to waste you guys' time with no bunch of streams. Like, that's not smart. Do the right thing and, have 2 streams, this one and the next one. That's it. 5090 not gonna have GTA 6 though. Oh, well, it will be released in time. Can you imagine what the 5090 is gonna do with GTA 6? Or let alone the 5080? Man, I can't wait. I'm day one on GTA 6 on PC. Count me in, baby. Count me in. And if AMD drops that new AM5 processor, the successor to the 7800 X3D, yeah, I'm buying that processor too, because I'm gonna be ready for GTA 6, bro. I promise you, I'm gonna repace. I'm gonna take out that 7800 X3D, put it in the box, upgrade to the new AM5 processor, because I think AMD said that they're gonna be supporting the AM5 socket throughout 2025 and beyond. So I'm telling you, I'm ready for GTA 6 on PC, bro. I'm ready for He said 10 years later. Yo, D-Boy with a $120 donation. That puts you at 120. That makes you, D-Boy, the biggest donator for today, my man. Enjoy the crown, my king. Shout outs, man. Thank you so much for dominating the month of May. Many blessings, man. Many blessings on the month of May. Thank you so much, bro, for your outgoing support. And D-Boy, you have been coming to the streams a lot, man. I typically don't issue out mods, but mods is just for, people that can help with elite members of the nation, that can help with filtering out spams, tell people to subscribe to the channel, and share the stream, things of that nature. So I'm going to grant you one, man. You have been pouring out a lot of support on the channel, and you have been to the streams, and you've been a very loyal family member. So I appreciate you, D-Boy. There you go, man. Enjoy your mod, man. And like I said, only when people are cussing, spamming, you can time them out, and then obviously tell people to, subscribe to the channel, like the stream. That's it. Appreciate you, man. He says, I don't think Rockstar will make PC fans wait too long for GTA 6 port due to the popularity of GTA RP. Thoughts? 5090 all day. Yeah, I don't think they're going to wait too long. I think probably about a year, minimum 1 year. I think minimum 1 year, D-Boy. I think minimum 1 year, and then it's going to come to PC after that. Especially with these new GPUs. Oh, man. I'm telling you, man. And you know what's crazy? I think next year, the parts is going to be very scarce. PC parts are going to be very scarce next year. So, you got to bear that in mind as well. You know what I mean?
I don't think Rockstar will make PC fans wait too long for a GTA 6 port due to the popularity of GTA RP.
Yeah,
Thoughts?
yeah, yeah.
5090 all day.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, we're going to run into the same thing that we ran into when the 40 series cards were coming out. You know what I mean? Sold out. Especially the 40, especially the 5080 and the 5090 sold out because people are going to be buying in advance. You see what I'm saying? Once, I think they say they're going to do at Computex. Computex is June 2nd. So they're going to show off the ROG Ally X. And then apparently NVIDIA is going to talk about the 5080. Apparently they're launching the 5080 first and then the 5090 afterwards. Apparently that's what we're hearing right now, according to the rumors. And so the 5080 might launch apparently this year first, and then next year, the 5090. You know what I mean? So, I mean, with that being said, 5080s are going to be sold out because people are going to be buying in advance to prepare for GTA 6. You know what I mean? So, I'm telling you, man, lock in that card, bro. Lock in that card now. Prepare yourself. They said Hip Hop Gamer said Microsoft. Oh yeah. Shout out to Hip Hop. He did say that Halo. I think he said he can confirm that Halo is coming to PlayStation. I was watching some of his stream yesterday on that. He was confirming a lot of games and stuff like that from Xbox to come over to PlayStation. So we'll see, man. We'll see. And then he said something about PlayStation 6 with AI, like AI is going to take over, and some other stuff Hip Hop was talking about and everything. Hey, yo, Maj, what's up, bro? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, hit that red subscribe button if you're brand new. Hit that like button for me, guys. I appreciate y'all. Get them likes up. I said my monitor broke. It says I put the power supply in it and red flashing, don't know why. That's interesting. It says PS5 Pro be what PS5 should originally be. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's typically what those Pro machines are. You know what I mean? That's typically what those Pro machines are. I mean, that's basically what it is. It says, are you streaming? No. Nah. I'll be back afterwards. Ice Queen Gaming, what's going on? Appreciate you coming to the show. Halo, he said Halo, Hellblade, and Starfield. Yeah, I think he said something about Hellblade and Starfield. Yeah, he said Starfield is coming to PlayStation as well. It says, I want to see more Monster Hunter Wilds. I think that might be at Summer Game Fest. Yeah, that might be at Summer Game Fest. He said, my birthday is coming up, so I'm going to treat myself with the 49. Okay. Do your thing, Capono. Do your thing, man. It says, watch the Pro sell out. It's going to be high demand. Exactly. Bro, I'm telling you right now, if you thought 4 years ago was crazy, man. If you thought 4 years ago was crazy, it's about to get sicker this year. It's about to get sicker this year, man. So I'm warning you guys right now. If you want that PS5 Pro, you better be front line, ready to go. Because it's going to be high demand. It's going to be, when Sony shows that off in September, I'm telling you, from right there, it's going to build, and it's going to build, and it's going to build. The hype is going to build from there. And I'm telling you, when pre-orders roll out, sold out. Sold out. And me, I have to have the PS5 Pro. I mean, that's the bread and butter of the channel. I have to get new technology to review on the channel. So we got to get the PS5 Pro. There's no exceptions. I have to have the Pro in-house to make content, to show you guys the differences between the base PS5, do gameplay, our own gameplay analysis, and tear down and all that stuff. So we need the Pro. You know what I mean? We got to get that Pro, baby. We got to get that Pro. Hellblade 2 can run on the 3080. Yes, I saw that. And actually, not at ultra settings, but I think high settings. 3080 is one of the best cards ever, man. Jack says 2020 when Marlon was complaining about the new Halo cracked me up. Oh, man. Yo, 2020 was a good and bad year, though. But I'm mostly good when it comes to gaming because downside was obviously launching in a pandemic and everything. But at the same time, it was just like, whoa. You know, like, whoa. You know, the rush and everything. He said the PC players have no choice but to get the Pro. I don't see them waiting 1 to 2 years to get GTA. I mean, you'll be surprised. I think some of them will probably wait. You know what I mean? Some of them will probably wait and stuff. You'll be surprised. Man. I mean, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised, though. Like, man, you'll be surprised. You just never know. It says NCAA 25 not going to PC. That's a deal breaker for me. Aye. Why not, though? EA don't want the bag? EA don't want the bag? What the heck are they doing? EA don't want the bag, bro? Gotta want the bag. It's going to be too much hype to miss, man. PS5 Pro is going to be sold out, man. Whether some people like to hear it or not, it's going to be sold out. That's definitely going to be a thing. It's going to be sold out. Can't wait to see Marlon's face when he's holding the 5090. Oh, man. I think the 5090 is probably going to be bigger than the 4090. I mean, how much more bigger the 4080 Super to me is a massive. Well, this iteration, the Aorus Master GPU that I have, it's the 4080 Super. It's on a 4090 cooler. You know what I mean? It's on a 4090 cooler, so it's basically a 4090. And in terms of the cooler and the length of it. And that's a massive card. So I can just imagine, I hope I don't have to upgrade my computer case because I do love that computer case I have. So we'll see. We'll see. PS5 Pro is going to be sold out very quickly. Oh, yeah, it is. As soon as Sony make that announcement, sold out. 2020 reminded me of Last of Us. Yeah, ridiculous. It says, watch hip hop, latest video saying Sony and Microsoft. Yeah, I saw some of it, Heatwave. What time does it? 6 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Central time. Is the PS5 Pro going to be that much better than the base? Well, in the GPU side of things, it's supposed to be having some sort of DLSS-like feature to where it can actually upscale the games at a higher resolution and double the frames potentially, or give you a much more stable performance in terms of the games. But the CPU is going to be the same, just at a higher frequency clock speed. And the GPU is where a lot of the performance gains are going to be. Apparently, it's going to be 45% faster than the base PS5 or something like that. So, we'll see. What got leaked? The games, apparently. The games, which we already went over already. Some of the games that got leaked out is just basically some of the stuff that we talked about yesterday. I mean, yeah. Believe the leaked are legit in terms of what? This state of play, or you're talking about the PS5 Pro? The specs change, Marlon. Oh boy. Well, I believe at this point with everything just going back and forth like that, we just gonna it's more powerful now. We'll see. Oh, you talking about this state of play? Some of the stuff I believe, some of the stuff I don't. Like God of War Ragnarok, Concord, their Astrobot game, those are more like believable stuff. And then obviously there are a bunch of VR games that they're going to be showing. Maybe one surprise, maybe a new IP apparently. But most of the stuff on here, I'm just like, Oh, Google Eyes, what's up, man? It says, yeah, you played on high to only had my CPU at 5.1 gigahertz. Okay. 18 cores, 16 threads. Yes, they're showing Silent Hill. We might get a double showing. It might be in the state of play today, and then they're going to show it at Konami's event today. So we might get a double showing of that, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we might get a double showing of that. It says the white Asus Strix 4090 is the one I'm throwing on a bag. Okay. Hey, how much is? I think that's like close to $2,000, right? I think that's like closer to $2,000. Hip Hop told me SOCOM was in development. He's my source if anyone was wondering. I hope so. I hope so. It says your lady done well last night. Doubled easy. Yeah. Your view count. Yeah. She did pretty good. It's my 37th birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Capono. Listen, man, I pray that you live to see many, many more birthdays, man. All of God's richest blessings on your life, my man, and everything that your heart desire, everything that you wish. I pray that it come through in the name of Jesus. All right. God bless you, my man, and bless your family. All right. Big ups to your 37th birthday, man. That's legendary right there. 37. Let's get it popping. He said he lying. Man, we've been hearing about SOCOM. We've been hearing about SOCOM for the longest time. I mean, we'll see if it happens or not. We'll see if it happens or not. They said, are we getting Metal Gear? Yeah, I hope so. I hope we can get a release date for that. I hope we can get to see it because you talking about Metal Gear Delta. Yeah, we haven't seen that in a while. So I'm really hoping that will definitely be here. But we'll see. You said, wow, it took Rockstar 2 years to drop GTA 5 on PC after. Yeah. So let's hope for a shorter time period here, you know? We'll see. Max, maybe year and a half. Luke, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, my man. Do me a favor. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have. We're going to be streaming the state of play right after this one. So make sure you guys come back, support the show. We're going to be watching it, reacting to it, and giving our thoughts and opinion, giving a grade on the show, what we think about it. So you don't want to miss out on that. Thank you for subscribing, man. Welcome aboard. It says, are you staying? No, bro. I got to eat something. I'm hungry. Nah, man. Nah, bro. I got to get food. Got to get food, man. I ain't going to sit here all day. Gonna come back, take a break, come back, and, you know, yeah. That's just try to get this stream out the way for you guys, covering a lot of the Sony stuff from their business meeting. It says it took Rockstar 2 years to drop GTA 5. It says after every other console. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see. Hopefully it's a shorter period of time, but we'll see. It says, I like GTA and Red Dead, but Rockstar needs to come up with a new IP. I think they do have some new IPs that they're going to come out with. But, you know, obviously they got to get all the other stuff out first. Max Payne and I think they say they're bringing back Midnight Club and some other, you know, LA Noire and stuff like that. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It says, I've been eating tuna fish, saving for that 40/90. Hey, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with tuna fish, bro. I used to eat tuna fish all the time, almost every day. You know what I mean? So, listen, man, tuna fish, when I was living on my own, no wife, no kid, no nothing. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? Get me some tuna, get me some onions, get me some bell peppers, get me some black pepper, get me some mayonnaise. Rub that mug up together, get me some crackers or some bread, get me, some lemonade, go pick a lime off the tree, and get me some brown sugar, white sugar, whatever the case may be. Make me some lemonade, and man, no shame in my game, bro. Yes, sir. I said late evening streams calls for ordering dinner, please. Hey, real talk, babes. Real talk. It says, I used to eat mayo sandwiches. Hey, man, telling you, bro, hard knock life. Hard knock life. I used to drink water out the garden hose. You know what I mean? Like, good old days, man. Now, these waters are so contaminated now, it's ridiculous. But back in the day, yeah, man. Yeah. What's up, Jay's channel? What's popping, bro? Appreciate you. Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Share the stream out. I appreciate you guys. All right, guys. I'm not going to keep y'all up too long. We're going to come back here in a little bit and stream the state of play for you guys. We're going to start a little earlier just so that we can knock out our predictions and things of that nature. We're going to knock out our predictions. And we're going to do one final, prediction thing before the stream starts. So we'll be back here, guys. I'm going to try to start, say, around 3, just to kind of have people file in and stuff like that before time. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine both the Silent Hill stream and the state of play in one stream. All right. So please come back and check us out, guys, in a couple more hours. We'll be back here at around 3 because it's going to start at 5 my time and then 6 on the East Coast boys time. All right. So I love you guys, man. Give the stream a thumbs up if you did enjoy the content. Shout outs to D-Boy. Shout outs to Alexis. Shout outs to all of you, Anonymous, all of you guys who poured in today and going above and beyond to help out our show. I appreciate you guys. I pray that everything that you poured in today, God will pour it back into your pockets 100 times over. God bless you guys, man. Hug somebody. Tell them you love them. If you're at work right now, enjoy yourself. If you're getting off of work, please drive home safe. If you're going to lunch or wherever, please drive safe. We'll catch you guys back right here for more bangers, more shows coming right up. I love y'all. Peace.